I'd like to welcome you guys to this week's report. Today is Wednesday, March 5th. It's a rainy day here in Southern California. Might last until tomorrow, hopefully not. But definitely going to be windy tomorrow and Friday on the ocean. Saturday and Sunday looks better, but I don't think the fish is going to be all that great after the weather we're having here and all the wind we had prior to it. So if you are going out, just remember that sheephead is now open. Keep those. Another just under a month, we'll be able to start catching rockfish again, which is nice, gives the boat something to fish for. But in the meantime, it's the PCS show this weekend, starting tomorrow, Thursday at noon. A lot of good stuff happening at the show. A lot of stuff to check out. The first thing I want to mention, if you're not already a member or not in the tournament, the CCA is having another Star Tournament this year. And they are giving away an 18-foot Parker boat, as well as some other nice prizes. Vacations, kayaks, all kinds of different stuff. The way the tournament works is you join up, you get a fishing app, and you get a ruler. And each species of fish has to be a certain length to qualify. I don't remember what the measurements are, but you can find out at the show. Yeah, there's categories for bass, yellowtail, tuna, white sea bass, halibut, everything. Yeah, sorry about that. Whatever you fish for, you get some fish in there, you qualify for. Every fish is basically a raffle ticket. The more fish you have reported, the more raffle tickets you get. And like I said, you win a brand new boat for $100 for the sign up for CCA for a year. You get your entry into the tournament, and you get a little goodie bag there at the show. So stop by and see Tony and Chris. I might be at the booth at some point, so stop by and say hi to me if I'm there. But definitely sign up. It's a great tournament, a lot of good prizes. And it supports the organization that fights for our rights to fish. I don't know if you can notice here, but I changed my configuration up here a little bit in the studio. Added some sound dampening, got away from the lavalier mic. And hopefully my breathing isn't as bad. Sorry I can't do anything about my face, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, so other things to see at the show. I want to mention my friend Scott Manson wrote another book called History of Southern California Surface Iron. He also wrote a book last year about tatty lures, especially. He's got a deal at the show where you get both books for like $159, I think. Great deal, supports guys that are working hard to do some history of our industry, and it also kind of lets you guys know that Fish Jigs Today, where it all started, where it came from, how it progressed. And some of you older guys like me, you'll find some jigs in here that you might have fished at one point and forgotten all about. So definitely worth buying. I appreciate Scott going through the work of making this book and the previous book, so definitely stop by the show and check him out. He's at the Tatty Lures booth in the Costa Mesa building, which is right around the corner from Matt Koch's booth, which I'm going to be at most of the weekend. We're going to be selling his original paintings, also prints, posters, all kinds of stuff like that. He's going to have a raffle where he's going to be giving away, well, raffling off an original painting. I think it's going to be a sea turtle this year. Beautiful painting. I saw it yesterday. We're directly across from the Batson booth, which is Rain Shadow Rods and Alps Component. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a frog in my throat. So you want to check out any Rain Shadow Rods or stuff like that. You know, I'm right next door, right across the aisle. If you have some questions about something I've mentioned that you might be interested in fishing yourself, stop by and ask me. I'm happy to walk over to the booth with you and talk about it. And you can go right over to Island Tackle, who's just down the aisle. They are selling Rain Shadow blanks there. And if they don't have it at the show, I'm sure they can get it for you at the shop. So that's definitely a couple of things to check out. I was at the show setting up yesterday. It's massive. Shimano has a huge booth in the Costa Mesa building as well. And I listened to him on Let's Talk Hookup the other day, Dave Pfeiffer. And he talked about how they have some kind of multi-fish fighting simulator so you can experience pulling with the Shimano rods and reels among other anglers hooked up to fish. I didn't see it set up yet, but I'm pretty interested to see what that looks like. If you want to fight fish individually, Batson Enterprises has a fishing simulator in a booth right next to Matt. So bring your kids, let them pull on a fish yourself if you want to. And maybe you can buy a raffle ticket for Matt's painting while you're doing that. I have my notes here today. I want to talk about some different second for my glass. Getting old sucks. So talking about the seminar schedule, which is really the highlight of this show. If you aren't familiar with the longer history of the show, it originally started as basically a place where guys did seminars and vendors sold product there. They were in the smallest booth, and they were the smallest building in the Coast Midge Fairgrounds back then. Probably had, I don't know, less than 1,000 guys show up. But it was always great. People learned a lot. And, yeah, this isn't going to work. Too much glare. Sorry. That show continued on for, I think, 10 or 11 years. And then when Fred Hall blew it during COVID by, yeah, I'm not going to say. They really missed an opportunity there after COVID. And they dropped the ball, and a lot of the vendors went over to PCS, and the last few years over there have been massive. This year's show is the biggest show ever for them. 250,000 square feet of exhibits. They got stuff for kids to do, trout ponds, petting zoos, junk like that. They got clothing and jewelry. If you want to bring your wife along, my friend Paul at Blue Bay Jewelers, take good care of you. A lot of fishy looking ornaments, or whatever you call the little things you hang on a chain around your neck, or earrings, pendant, I don't know. But yeah, you know, just bring your family. It's inexpensive. Kids under 12 are free. Active military with ID is free. They start off the show each day with a national anthem as they lower the flag over the hangar, which is a really nice thing to see. Good patriotism. And they've got food, there's music, there's all kinds of stuff. A lot of real big names are going to be there. Experts in their own fisheries and doing seminars. So I'm just looking at the seminar schedule here. I get the first seminar on Thursday, which is always the worst slot as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know. There are always plenty of people that show up to watch it, but they actually have two different seminar stages. There's one in the hangar building, which is the kind of where the flag is, right below the huge flag, and then they have another one in the I think the Los Alamitos building, or between the two. You know, you get the map of the show when you get there, but I only have the thing for the main stage here. A lot of the other stage, a lot of freshwater stuff, and you know, stuff for travel and guys that fish spotted bay bass and stuff like that. So that's where you're interested. Definitely go there. So this year we're doing something a little different with our calico bass seminar. I asked Bill if we could change up the format a little bit of it and make it a little more in-depth, and then we're calling it the Advanced Inshore Fishing Theory. So we're not going to be talking at all about what tackle to use or what lure we like to throw. Well, we might talk a little bit about the types of lures we like to throw, but it's not going to be just a bunch of guys sitting there talking about, you know, what they used last week. It's going to be me and Captain Benny Florentino, Captain Jerry Mayhew, and Bobby Martinez, all four of us pretty good inshore fishermen, discussing what we're looking for and interpreting what we see when we're underwater. I think it's going to be more of a discussion than a panel people talking separately, so that should be interesting. That's at 1:30. After that, you know, they've got other good stuff. They got, if you guys fish sport boats, they got Captain Gavin Harbour and Captain Matt Barola doing the sport boat tuna tactics, which is sure pretty edifying. I don't really do that. After that, 4:30, they've got Captain Jake Clinshaw talking about deep drop sword fishing. He's done a lot of that. He's done well. Same thing Friday. They got slow pitch jigging, trophy bluefin tactics, and you know the trophy bluefin tactics. They've got guys from Bight Sport Fishing. They've got Brandon Hayward, Alex the Tibidad, Jake Climshaw. Those guys do it all the time. They know what they're doing. And then at 5, they have the Anthony and Steve from Bad Company talking about their world tour. I checked it out last year. They hadn't done quite as much as now, but definitely interesting to sit back and listen to a couple of really fishy guys talk. You know, Sunday or Saturday they have you know, fishing the islands for yellows and sea bass, a slow pitch jigging seminar. They're doing a trophy bluefin one again, in case you didn't make it on Friday. And that's something pretty interesting here, and I'm definitely going to attend this. It's Carl Sabonis, I think I'm saying that, Sbaronis, I don't know. My last name is bad, but his looks even worse. He's a spotter plane pilot, and he flies all over our ocean all summer long. and he sees a lot of fish movement, and he sees a lot of stuff, because he can cover so much more territory than boats can, and he can actually see what's going on from above. And he's got Captain Steve Lashley with him in this seminar. And Steve Lashley is the guy that runs Anthony's Boats on Bad Company's IGFA Hall of Fame captain. But more importantly, he spent years as a commercial swordfish fisherman on a harpoon boat. So he knows a lot about swordfish, a lot about the movement of marlin, swordfish, tuna, all that stuff. These two guys talking together will definitely turn into a pretty interesting conversation that I would say don't miss. Sunday, if you like to fish tuna the way I like to fish tuna, you got to go to the Service Iron and Popping for Pelagics seminar at 11:30. My friend Jonathan Medrano is going to be doing it along with Jerry Mayhew for Clear Choice Poppers. We got Evan Salve, who's a Bisbee winning captain, runs big yachts, runs fast boats, runs everything, fishes tuna all the time. Real good surface fisherman, actually catches marlin on surface lures down in Mex. And then we have Oliver Nye as well, who really put the hammer down this last year. He went from freshwater bass guru to big bluefin on popping tackle. I'm sure they're going to tell you all about the tackle they use. I know that Jonathan likes to use a surprisingly light spinning tackle. And it's shocking to me how he gets those big fish as fast as he does. But there's a lot to learn there. I'm definitely going to swing by. And then they're going to do a repeat of the Island Yellowtail and Sea Bass one. And then they're going to finish it off with some sport boat tactics. I don't know if that's just going to be tuna or yellowtail, but probably a lot of good information there. I would definitely go. Check them out. You know, if you haven't been to a seminar there yet, pick one and sit down and you're going to learn a lot. It's not like the seminars that Fred Hall show used to be, where there's a bunch of guys sitting there with their big 5-rod with the flag off the end of it. They're sitting there because they're tired or their diabetes is too high or whatever's going on with them at the time. And it's always real kind of a downer. It's more of a rest area, the seminar stages are seating than actual attendees. This show, people are there, they're getting there early, get good seats, it's standing room only in a lot of these. Yeah, all the sport book guys are going to be there. All of the 6-pack, 4-pack, 2-pack guys are going to be there. Everybody's got booze. Good opportunity to go and talk to some people. This show, like any show, if you want to stop and chat with your favorite captain, probably plan that a little bit later in the day. It's usually pretty busy early, and then as time goes on, you know, you get to about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, things kind of slow down and people can actually sit down and have a conversation for a bit. Show opens at noon next 3 days, and at 10 o'clock on Sunday. I think it closes at 7 o'clock the first 3 days, and then at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Which, by the way, we're rolling our clocks ahead, so don't oversleep. Yeah, I mean, there's trying to think of other things that are important to see. You know, I definitely highly recommend going over and joining CCA. I think we all need to do it. I think the more people get signed up, the better things will be. And there's a lot of deals there as well, a lot of tackle deals. I know that Pure Fishing is filling up reels with Spectra. You buy a reel at the show, they'll fill it up with Spectra for free. I think up to 500 yards. Might be wrong on that, so don't quote me. That's a really good value right there. Abu Garcia has some new Rebo Beast swim bait reels that are made for freshwater swim baits. I saw my friend Matt Florentino posted a picture of some. They look pretty good to me, and I definitely might pick some of those up for calico bass. Handles look great. Something else to check out there is that the new Penn electric reel. I fished one, I talked about it before. Really nice, comes in a variety of sizes. You could use the bigger one as a kite reel or deep drop swordfish reel potentially. The smaller ones are great for rock fishing. You name it, if you want to reel something in electrically, that reel, because it's got the integrated battery pack, which makes it really nice. Yeah, I'm keeping it kind of short here, I guess. There's not a lot to talk about, but you know, I would put fishing on hold this weekend. Come to the show. They got good food there. A lot of friendly people. If you see me, say hi. You don't have to speak as loudly as before because I got hearing aids now. I'm still a lot bigger than most people think, so don't be surprised if you see me. And that's about it. So, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you at the show.